Hi everybody, welcome to Midvale Minis. I'm Kat. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. I was actually sick for much of the holiday, but I'm feeling much better now and I can't wait to get back into mini making. So thank you for joining me on this first video of 2025. I thought maybe I could go through some of my expectations and goals for the year. I have several. First of all, let me tell you that I wrote down a list of the known projects that I have so far. Some of them are very, very tiny, but the vast majority of them are at least a room box size, and many of them are full dollhouse renovations. I have about 37 projects on my list. So I would like to break it down and start working on some of them. First of all, I would like to create a Christmas project, at least one. If I find myself with extra time and I can do more than one, I have several projects on my list. But I want to at least get through one complete project for Christmas. I would also like to get through one project for Halloween. I did start one last fall and I did not get to finish it by Halloween, so I figured I would just put that aside and finish it up this year. So I will do at least one project for Halloween. So that's two. Third project is my garden room box. I would like to finish that. I do still have to make all of the plants, and if you haven't seen any of the garden room box videos, I will link the playlist in the description box below. Then I would like to start on a new project, and it is right behind me, and it is actually the first dollhouse that I bought as an adult. I bought it 8 years ago. I only have a few pieces of furniture in there right now, but I do have lots of furniture for it. I still have to do all of my husband's gonna do the wiring, I'm gonna do the wallpapering, the flooring, the trim, putting in the doors, and making some adjustments. And I do actually still have some furniture to make. Okay, so here is my project that I'm gonna be starting in 2025. This is an homage to Downton Abbey. I don't want to say that I'm obsessed with Downton Abbey. I would say I am passionate about Downton Abbey. I have seen the entire series. I watch it from episode 1 all the way through to the end. And then I wait about 2 weeks and then I start it over again. So I've seen it many, many times. This house is not meant to be a replica of Highclere Castle or Downton Abbey. It's not meant to be that. It's meant to be the home of a Crawley cousin. And the Crawley family that we know from Downton Abbey will be visiting. Okay, so it is not meant to be Highclere Castle. But let's just walk through and I'll show you some of the changes I'm gonna be making. First of all, I will be making a rooftop garden. It's a nice, huge area on the top here. So I will be making a rooftop garden. Sorry if that's out of focus. I don't know why it's out of focus. Okay. There is, however, no way to get up to the roof. So I will be putting in a false door right here. And then right below it in this hallway, I will be creating a bump out here to make it look like there's a door and a stairway that goes up to here, to make it look like you can actually get there. That's gonna be probably the last thing I do on the dollhouse, so I will be waiting to do that till the very end. But let's just start over here. Okay, so this is the first room I wanna work on. It is the bedroom of the little girl of the house. And here she is, there's the doll I have. And I would say that she's probably about 8 or 9 years old. And this, the bed that's behind her, actually, when I bought this dollhouse, it came with the house. It was one of the 2 or 3 pieces of furniture that actually came with the house, but I like it. And I thought it would be really fun to do a nice canopy, redo the canopy for her, make it really pretty. It's going to be a Beatrix Potter themed bedroom. I have wallpaper and such. These walls do angle, so it's gonna be a little bit challenging, but this is a nice flat wall right here. And I'm gonna be making a a bookshelf with doors, doors on the bottom for storage. I'm going to be making a table right here. I think I have the chairs, but I'm gonna be making a table so that the little girl can have tea with her dollies. And then the other thing I want to make is going to go right back there, and it is going to be a 144th scale dollhouse for this dollhouse. So she's going to have a dollhouse in her bedroom. The next room over is the parents' bedroom, and I have this canopy bed in here as well, but I'm not sure. I was going to put some fringe on it because I have these really awesome lamps with the fringe. I have one for each side of the bed. But I'm not sure about this bed. Not sure I'm loving it. I may want to put one with one of those flat tops and like the curtains on each side. I've seen those in the house in Downton Abbey. So, in the TV show. So I might go in that route. I'm not sure. I haven't figured that one out yet. I did want to show you this cool piece right here. This was my mother's. She grew up in the 30s and she had this piece, and I repainted it because it was really in need. Let me see if the back, yeah, this is what it used to look like. And then I ended up repainting it to sort of match the coloring, you know, of the trim there, of the wood in the room. And then this, I love this. I love that piece in the front. I just love it so much. And I took some gold paint, and I did this and I did this and made that all pop. And if you look inside, it's got her hat boxes for storage for right now. But yeah, and so it's gonna go in the corner back here, and the hat boxes, the hat boxes will go right on top. And then I have, you know, I have a few other pieces in here. It's gonna look really very pink rose. I have green wallpaper with pink roses on it. You'll find that to be a theme in this house. This is the bathroom, and in this room, I'm going to be making a kind of major change. So right here, you can see this window, okay? I can't show it to you right now because I can't move the dollhouse, but there is a small balcony on the other side of that window, and there's no way to get to the balcony. So I'm going to be popping that window out and putting in a door so that this is going to be kind of a little bit spa, like, you know, you come in here and you kind of, you know, go outside onto the balcony, maybe sit down and have a, you know, a glass of wine or, you know, a nice iced tea or something like that. I also have to fix this part here. Okay, so I understand why it looks the way that it does, but this part with the V in it drives me a little crazy. So I'm going to be putting in a piece of wood here, or yeah, probably wood, just to have a flat surface. And then I'll fill this in here so that it just looks solid. And then I have a flat surface so I can put a chandelier, which is probably, this is about the center of the room. So I want to be able to put the chandelier hanging it from here. So that's a little bit of a modification there. This is the room that's directly underneath the little girl's bedroom. This is going to be the library. It's going to be a red, black, and white theme. I have awesome velvet wallpaper that I'm going to be putting up there. I have a few surprises for you as well, which I'm really excited about. And, you know, you've got your cigars and your brandy or scotch. Also, look at this. For those of you who know the show, you know that Lord Grantham has a collection of snuff boxes. So I found this little table that has like a little glass top, well, it's plexi, but I put a whole collection of snuff boxes in there. So it's a little nod to Lord Grantham. There is a desk in Highclere Castle that is shown in Downton Abbey, and it is exactly this shape. And it has all these drawers and everything in it. So when I saw this desk, I had to have it. I'm not crazy about the paint job. So what I'm going to be doing is sanding it completely flat, and I'm going to be doing a much more traditional paint job on it. But I will look a lot more like the desk in the TV show. But I was just very excited to find that desk. And also back there, you can see there's two plant stands. and I have the little white urns in them. I'm going to be making red and white floral arrangements for this room. Okay, the next room over is going to be a room that is near and dear to my heart. It is the music room. For those of you who don't know, one of my major hobbies is I am a singer. I also direct a women's chorus, so music is a huge part of my life. I am going to make this room like a pink rose themed room. I absolutely adore pink roses, so there's going to be a lot of that going on in here. I have a couple of paintings here. They're just prints of a lady with a harp, couple prints of harps, and I want to sort of paint up that harp and the piano, and it's going to have a chandelier in the center. It's going to look really beautiful. And this dog, I'll zoom in on her. This dog is a King Charles Spaniel. It was made by a woman named Kristen. She runs KDC123 on Etsy, and she is a super nice person, and she makes the most amazing dogs and other animals as well. But if you're in the market for a beautiful handmade dog, she makes the dogs in the exact right proportions for each breed. And she can even take a photo of your animal and reproduce it for you. So she's just a super person. The other thing about this room is see this skinny window behind the piano? So that leads out to another balcony. And there's no door or no way to get out to the balcony. So I'm gonna knock that little skinny window out and add a door in there. It's gonna have glass in it, and so you'll be able to see through it. I think it's gonna make it look really nice. And it's gonna help my brain to understand how anyone would actually be able to get out and enjoy the balcony. So that's another thing I'm doing in this room. You have to imagine that there's a wall here. I took it out to get some of the wallpaper off, but this is going to be the hallway, and there's going to be the stairway here, and it will obviously, one's going to have to go up to here to this stairway, and then this wall, there's a doorway down there, and it goes into the dining room. Now, this is a Bostonian by Real Good Toys. That's who makes this dollhouse. And when I got it, somebody had already built it, which is fantastic. And in the dollhouse, they had these like little bump outs on the side with like an archway, which made 2 rooms. And I didn't want 2 rooms because you can't see what's right behind that bump out. So I just took a hammer and knocked out all the bump outs. There's another one right down below in the room below. I'll show you when we get there. But this room is 23 inches deep. That's almost 2 feet deep, and I have to put in a dining room table. This is my dining room. I found this awesome vintage, I guess it's like to put on your actual table, but it is the perfect size and shape of the dining room table that I want for this room. I actually cannot wait to get to this room because I got so many really cool things that are going to be happening here. Okay, here's the library. So right below the library, we have the servants' hall. And if you've seen the show, you know that there is a piano in the show, and it plays a decently large role. And then in the back, we have a sewing machine for Baxter. And we have a shelving unit back there, which I'm going to put some white plates on. This little piece here was my mother's as well, and I played with it growing up. And we have a maid. And then we're going to move on to one of my favorite rooms, and I cannot wait to get working on this one. That's right. It's Mrs. Patmore's kitchen. Okay, it's not really Mrs. Patmore's kitchen. It's the kitchen. But it is going to be set up as closely as I can possibly make it to Mrs. Patmore's kitchen from the show. So these back here, there is one shelving unit in the kitchen, and I'm going to be sort of modeling it after that with some jars and some various pieces of copper. I have lots and lots of copper. which I can hang up. I'm going to be putting up a shelf. There's going to be a sink right there. And then this stove, there's more to it. I'm going to be doing like a surround around the stove to make it look a lot like the one in the show. It's got, I think this is the room that I have the most details that I've acquired over the last couple of years for this room. Okay, now next to the kitchen, which would never really happen in a place like Downton Abbey, the kitchen would be on the lower level as well as the servants' hall, but I don't have enough rooms for that. So this is going to be the parlor, and I have my staircase here that I'm going to I have to reconfigure this so that it comes down sort of like that into the parlor. Okay, and there's the front door. And then this room is also 23 inches deep. So what I'm going to do is I have two different areas set up. I have blue toile wallpaper for this. So I have both blue and off-white furniture. It kind of reminds me of the layout of the library in Downton Abbey, where there's different places to sit. But in this particular one, I have the different areas here. I have a fireplace here. I may add another fireplace here, but all of this wallpaper is going to go, obviously, since I said I had the blue and white toile. And it's going to be at Christmas time. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to put a tree in the middle of it. So I just think it's going to be a really fun project, and I've been waiting to do this for a really long time. Wanting to do this for a really long time. I also have a rug that I have to create. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to do this, but that is the overall idea of the house of Downton Abbey. And oh, I should tell you a little bit about the characters, but maybe I'll wait till the next video to do that. So there you have it. That's my Downton Abbey project. I'm really, really excited to get started on it. And I have a very interesting storyline. Well, I think it's interesting anyway. I hope you do too. I have a storyline that I have concocted for this particular house, and I will share that with you when I actually start working on this house. So I think the first thing I'm going to do on the house actually is to paint the outside. I want to take the plexiglass that's in the windows right now. Right now it's painted on mullions. And what I want to do is I want to create wooden mullions to glue over top of the plexiglass to make it look a little bit more 3D, a little bit more realistic. And then I want to do the knocking out the windows and putting in the doors and all of that exterior structure stuff. I want to get that all done first, because then I can dive into the inside of the house, which is where I really want to work. And I know that once I do that, I'm not going to want to go to the outside. So I might as well conquer the outside first, and then I can really enjoy working on the interior. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate your being here. And thank you. I have had recently a bunch of new subscribers, so thank you and welcome. I appreciate you being here. And I will see you in very, very soon in a new video. Bye.